What's up fam? It's your girl Lids here. Today I am going to be doing my first book review / recommendation for my books segment. Before I get into this video, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and make sure that you click like if you like this video as well. Hold on a minute, I hear a little scratch fam. Hold on. Hello, come in then. Guys, we have a visitor. She must have known what was going on. This is my cat. Say hello, Duma. Duma, look. Say hello. No, she's not feeling it. Guys, that's my cat, Duma. She's lovely, but she's going on all stush. Anyway, let's get back to the video. The book I am going to be reviewing is this little something right here. So this is called The Testaments of Sunlight and Water by Gladstone Taylor. Very talented writer from Kingsun, Jamaica. He is 23, well he must be 24 now, but he was 23 when he published this book. I really just wanted to big him up. It's nice to have a young writer publish their first piece of work, and yeah, just want to support the movement really. So yeah, I'll leave all the links below to the Amazon link where you can purchase it if you like the sound of the book. So yeah, all of that information will be in the description box below. But I'll tell you a little bit about it. I won't give too much away. It's a chapbook, so it's a really small kind of book full of like musings, little quotes, short stories, poetry, that kind of thing. It's just like an experimental collection of writings exploring contemporary Jamaican culture and exploring the experience of being Jamaican as a young person. And what I found really nice and why I kind of connected to it is because if you didn't know, I am of Jamaican heritage. So I was born in the UK, my family is from Jamaica, so it resonated with me for that reason, being part of the Caribbean diaspora in the UK. It was nice to have a piece of work that I could connect with and kind of find out a little bit more about back home, especially being someone that wasn't born there. Also, what was really nice is to learn about the experience of being Jamaican from somebody who's around the same age as me. All of the stories I hear about back home and about, you know, little traditions that we have, or little sort of Jamaican proverbs that have been passed down, I hear it from the older generation. So I hear it from like my grandma, or hear it from my grandma, I heard it from like my granny who passed recently. But those are the kind of experience I have of Jamaican culture. Nothing really that comes from people that are the same age as me, so I found that really interesting. It's very aesthetically pleasing to like look at. The illustrations in there are amazing. Let me see if I can open up the book and find one. Some of the quotes are sort of like written as a part of illustrations, which is like really nice. So this one here, you might not be able to see it actually because of the light. There you go, you can see a little bit. So that's one of the illustrations, but it's actually a quote. If you can't see it, I'll read it out. The quote says, "What can be taught is nothing compared to what you can teach yourself." So that's quite a nice and powerful quote that you can kind of live by. It's a quote, but it's more like a proverb, which is nice and resonates because Jamaicans, we have a lot of proverbs and sayings that we live by, and it's nice to see that all the sayings that I heard growing up from my grandparents, it's literally gone nowhere. They've kind of like, they've stood the test of time, and you have people that are our age and younger are still knowing what those proverbs are and kind of living by them. Also, the way he kind of interlinks like contemporary culture and talks about the connection that contemporary culture has to like young people in Jamaica, and how it's kind of affected young people and the way that they think and the way that they have decided to live their lives, or certain decisions that they've made. Like for example, he talks about the role that the internet plays and the role that social media plays in the decisions that we make. There's like a deep spirituality to this book as well. that I couldn't really explain. You'd have to read it. I mean, even the title itself, The Testaments of Sunlight and Water. I mean, the Bible is split up into 2 testaments, the Old Testament and the New Testament. So the fact that this book is called The Testaments of Sunlight and Water really speaks to the spirituality and connection that young people have with the sort of land of Jamaica itself. It's beautiful because I feel like there's a lot of negative connotations attached to sort of like Jamaica and the capital of Jamaica, Kingsun especially. People always kind of like think about crime and things like that, but I feel like this book is kind of like an ode to Jamaica and a nice way to remember that there's so much beauty and so much light and spirituality in this one small island that we all come from. It's a really, really nice little book. It's a nuanced ode. You have your short stories, you have poetry, you have quotes. I feel like I kind of like connected with the writer a little bit. I can tell like when he wrote this book, he would probably go through like a point of realization, and that sort of really comes across in the stories that he tells in this book. It's not a long book. You could read it on your way to work and back, like literally it's like 145 or 6 pages, and it's like a really small book. Like you can see the thickness, it's not that thick at all, so you could literally read it on your commute. I would really recommend it, especially if you're Jamaican, if you're Caribbean, if you're of the Caribbean diaspora and you're, you know, aged, you know, 20 to maybe like 35 or something like that. And if you just want to know a little bit more about Jamaican culture, if you want to find out about different traditions that we have, and you know, different like oral kind of like traditions that have been passed down, yeah man, I would definitely recommend it. It's a very nice little read, and I'm looking forward to seeing like more material from Gladstone Taylor. I'm gonna leave the link to purchase this book if you'd like to purchase it, and I'll leave the link to follow him on Twitter. As usual, if you liked this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe to my channel. So until next time, I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. Peace. Oh,